It's Tuesday's edition of The Pulse, and I can tell you that I've been looking forward to this interview for a couple of weeks. I can also tell you that the man that we're about to speak to is very hard to book for an interview because he's obviously a very, very busy man, traveling all over the country, traveling all over the world, preparing for this. Welcome. Thank you very much for taking the time out, Mr. Craig Clay-Smith. It's
Thanks,
wonderful
Abby.
to have you here.
It's great. I wouldn't want to be at any other place other than at East Coast Radio right now.
The Communications Director of the World Jam Music Festival.
Sure, it's a big title and I think even bigger shoes to fill, but really a great challenge that I'm enjoying tremendously.
I'm sure you are. I mean, we can read about this and we can understand that it's going to be massive. But I think because we were talking off air, you were kind of painting the picture and making it real for me as to how big this festival is going to be, Craig. It's happening over 2 days in December. Tell us a little bit more, please.
Okay, well, if we put it into perspective, we have 56 acts, headline acts, of which 60% are probably the best South African lineup at one event ever. 40% of them are international artists, and the good news is that 20% of the acts come from KZN. Which
even
is
better.
Even better. So what does that translate into? Into about 96 musicians from 10 countries. It relates to about 250 musicians from South Africa. And collectively with our headline acts, a total of about 350 musicians and 56 main acts.
Craig, those numbers are massive. Those numbers are unusual to listen to. It sounds unbelievable.
Yeah, it does, and a bit frightening for us too, don't worry.
And a planning nightmare?
A planning nightmare, but we're in good hands in that score.
So what is the preparation like at the moment? You know, you're taking this on. You've got, 2 months to go, obviously, to try and round up that amount of talent, to round up the planning. Where is the concert happening? And what process, where are you at right now in terms of the planning?
Okay, well, first of all, it wouldn't have been possible without the buy-in and the vision of both the city and the province, who have seen the opportunity to take ownership of IP, an event, without having to import something from overseas and make something our very own for the very first time. And that for us has been a major achievement in itself.
Yes.
So from a planning point of view, well, the idea really started nearly 2 years ago. But it's really fast-tracked probably in the last 6 months, and of course the pace is picking up as as we go along. In fact, we get reminded by one of our team that is about 62 days to go, I think. So from a planning point of view, I'm happy to report from our festival director, Bev Taron. She gave us a status back today that everything is in place from a planning point of view. So logistics, security, ground transportation, hotel accommodation, technical stage management. We have a very, very, very good team around us. We have very good partners in this, from technical to infrastructure, from travel, that are supporting us, accommodation in Sokosan, who have been fantastic in terms of partnering us as well.
And it must be something that they buy into straight away when they hear how big it's going to be and the belief that you and your team obviously have in this event. It must have been easy to get people on board.
Yeah, launching an event for the first time is not an easy task, so no. I'm not going to pretend that it is. But fortunately, we have good relations with the city, with the province, and with a lot of the partners who have joined us and supported us. So there's a bit of a mutual belief in everybody's ability to deliver and to really work well as a team. And I guess that probably until the next few days, when we actually go live and announce the lineup and the actual content of this festival, only then will it really become real, and only then will we get, I guess, the 150% support from everybody that we anticipate.
Right. Now, you say in a couple of days you're going to release the lineup. Now you're here. Can't you just release it now?
Yeah. There's somebody waiting outside with a gun to my head. Fortunately, or in matters like this, as you well know, when you're dealing with artists and their IP, and you've got to respect that. And I can tell you though that every single act, bar one final signature, is secured, contracted, and on their way. It's not talking about it. It's not hoping it's going to happen. It is happening. Artists have been contracted. Their deposits have been paid. Their flights are booked. Accommodation is planned. The rooming lists are going out.
Good grief,
the technical
Craig.
riders will be finalized in the next few days. It is happening. This is real. REAL. Real.
Okay, and can we just say that it's going to be rock and blues. It's going to be hard rock. It's going to be all South African. There's going to be so much. There's even going to be a West Indian flavor.
Yeah, well, if you look at the four arenas, so we've got a jazz arena, and proudly, that's probably, I guess, New Orleans can take ownership of that. And
Stunning.
There are a lot of fantastic jazz musicians, real musicians from New Orleans that will be occupying those stages, mixed in with one or two South African artists. Then we've got rock and blues, and I can tell you that we've got the best that this country has to offer. In the Oceans Arena, of course, we've got acts from Brazil, Jamaica, Cuba, Trinidad, Mauritius. So we're going to get reggae, calypso, and all the island-style music. It's going to be really awesome. In South Africa, we've got Sapphire Town, the sounds of Sapphire Town, South African legends. We're going to have Maskandi, bit of traditional stuff. And then, of course, we're going to talk a little bit just now with Nick about this incredible talent search that we've done, and the talent that's emerged and what's come out of it.
Well, I mean, that's interesting, and we will get to it because you're on the search at the moment for some talent, and that talent is going to take to the stage at the World Jam Music Festival, which is going to be massive in their life.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, what's going to happen is they're going to get the opportunity to grace the same stages as international artists, and probably go from obscurity to hopefully a bit of fame overnight. Because, I mean, who gets the opportunity? One day you're playing in your backyard, and the next day you're playing at a world Jam Music Festival.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
Totally awesome. And you were mentioning that you're covering every genre, so there's really no excuse. If you're a rock fan, if you're a blues fan, if you're a jazz fan, there is something for you. And I love the sound of the island style music that's coming.
Yeah, well, wait until you see the arenas that we've designed. I mean, it's going to be palm trees and really relax and lie on the grass with your family, put your feet up, get out the sunglasses.
Love it.
To talk a little bit about the arenas, each arena is going to be themed. And so, for example, and I wish Beverly, the festival director, was able to contribute this because she loves this part, but I'm going to do it anyway, Beverly. So basically, if you're in the rock and blues arena and you are listening to a top rock artist, you might be eating sticky ribs or a traditional hamburger, revving up a Harley Davidson, getting a tattoo, or your nose or tongue pierced, or buying a leather jacket or a studded belt, because it's going to be themed to go with the arena and the experience. So it's a lifestyle experience that matches the genre of the music as well.
Okay, so are we going to get those hula things when it's the island arena? Are we all going to
I'm making a note to order one for you.
Okay, thank you.
As we speak.
I want a hula when I walk in there.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
all right,
on.
thank
It's
you.
done. It's done.
And Craig, where is this World Jam Music Festival happening?
Okay, so this is the greatest part. Okay, we have the best and the most beautiful stadium bowl in Africa, right here in Durban. That is the Moses Mabhida Stadium. So what have we done? We're setting up 4 arenas on the outside. So there'll be 4 independent arenas where our technical partners, Gearhouse, have done a fantastic job in terms of designing the sound traffic and the sound curtains so that all 4 arenas will be playing simultaneously. So once you get into the precinct, you can drift to wherever your mood takes you.
All over the place.
All over the place. And take up the music that you enjoy, or go and experience music you've never heard before.
Yes, I like that.
That is going to be awesome. I think we're going to have a lot of jazz converts after this.
I think so. I think so.
So those four arenas are on the People's Park area, and then what they call the muster fields, which is on the opposite side of the highway.
Side, okay.
But we're going to open the road, and it'll be a freeway, but between the two, and you can drift anywhere in the arena, the four arenas. Come 6 p.m. on Saturday, the arenas start shutting down in a sequence, and you then take up your seat in the Moses Mabhida Bowl.
For the big one.
Well, on Saturday night, we actually have two headline acts sharing a stage, so neither's opening for the other. They're just two totally different genre headline acts that appeal, and bearing in mind our objective is to appeal to all demographics, to all communities, and to ages from teens all the way through to a mature audience, male and female.
Right.
So Saturday night kind of deals with probably if you talk demographics, if you talk about white music fans, black music fans, and crossover, and then Sunday goes into the Sunday night after a full day of music at the arenas. We go into a world first, that I can tell you, a world first event that's going to be as part of our festival. It's a world first.
And now everyone's going, who is it? Who is it? Tell us.
It's going to be worth the wait.
Okay, all right, fine. Now, alongside this amazing planning of the World Jam Music Festival has been something that is going to be amazing. We've mentioned it, the talent search. We're going to chat to Nick Nzama next all about that. And now we welcome to East Coast Radio, Nick Nzama, who is the talent search director.
Yep.
Now, welcome. Thank you for being here, Nick. You've waited long enough while Craig was talking.
Well, Craig doesn't stop talking. He's excited about the World Jam.
But exactly, there's so much to talk about.
It is very, very exciting. The whole experience just gives you goosebumps. We within the organization, it's so exciting, And I can just imagine for the listeners who are hearing about it for the first time that Durban is going to be hosting such a big event. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And just off air, you were saying it actually gets more exciting by the hour.
It does. As you sit in the office and you start seeing the names popping up and you start thinking, you actually start itching, and Bev has to hold all of us back so not to say the names.
I can't believe you've actually controlled, not saying the names of the artists up until this point, but I'm hoping you make a mistake at some point before 8 o'clock.
Keep hoping.
So now, Nick, you've been coordinating a talent search across KZN.
Yep.
You've been to Ulundi, you've been to Maritzburg, you've been to Richards Bay, you've done a couple of
Shipston, Durban.
Yeah, you've been all over the place. You're looking for talent. That person who wins will be on the stage, as we mentioned earlier, at the World Jam Music Festival. How has the talent search been going?
Well, it's been very exciting, Sometimes I've disappointed more than others. Sometimes have been really, really exciting. I can tell you now that there's some really good talent out there. It's been really magnificent. You see, we went to Ulundi. Surprisingly, Ulundi has been like the most outstanding.
So cool.
Yep. There's a guy who does Maskandi there. He's just out of this world. And then there were boys in Pietermaritzburg that I think are going to knock Big Naz off their socks.
Oh.
Yep. So there's some really good talent out there. And it's been a very nice mix as well across all genres.
I was going to ask.
Yeah,
okay.
That's been the most difficult part. And I'm glad I was not one of the judges. I actually preferred to stay away from the whole thing. I was just the organizer, because I said to them, guys, you choose the best. I don't know how you're going to choose, because when you're choosing, when it's pop, it's easier because, it's just within the pop category. Now, when you choosing across the genres, then it just becomes something else. But it's been really, really exciting. There's been some really young, fresh talent out there, So I think music in KZN specifically still has a very, very big and bright future. That's
beautiful, beautiful. So how has it worked? Have you had a winner from each town that you've been to?
Well, what we've done is each town we've gone to, we've been picking 3 winners.
Okay.
One town disappointed, we only got 1.
Ah.
But we were able to fill the gaps with from other towns. So we've been picking 3. So either a group or an individual, but it's 3 groups. Acts, yes.
Got you.
Acts per city that we've been picking. And those acts will then meet at the finals, which will be on the 12th of November at Moses Mabhida Stadium.
Aha.
Yep.
Hey, Nick, Here's the thing for you. Do you think you've got it under your belt to give one more elimination round in Durban? And we open it up and announce it now on East Coast Radio.
Oh my gosh.
By popular demand, let's go for it. Let's go for it right now.
So that's a first on East Coast Radio. We can ask the talent out there. There will be one more. Watch our website, watch our Facebook, and we will announce shortly within the next 2 weeks. There will be one final round for whoever missed it anywhere in the province.
Okay, so this is now happening before the finals in November.
So before the 12th of November, we'll be having one more. One more.
And you heard it first here on East Coast Radio.
On AB Radio.
Okay, so what is the website? Because now all of the artists who missed this, they're all going, hang on now, wait.
So this is easy. WorldJamDurban.com.
WorldJamDurban.com. If you are one of the people who is longing to be a performer, longing to show your stuff on the stage, that's where you need to go. And one more round before the finals to be part of the World Jam Music Festival. How exciting.
You know what the exciting part has been? That, you know, some of the artists that you've seen on the other competitions have also come through, and some of them went as far as the finals of the other bigger competitions. And so this talent search has been really exciting. And we're going to be doing it each year. Because World Jam is an annual thing.
Oh, good.
Yep, it's going to be happening annually around the same time. So we're going to be doing the talent search every year before the final.
Listen, guys, if the rest of the country didn't want to come to Durban in December before this, you know, now we're giving them yet another reason to head to our beautiful province.
Well, I want to make a point. One of the philosophies of this festival with our international artists, we would only book an artist who was prepared to come and only play at the festival. And that's a difficult call because artists generally like to come and do at least three acts, three concerts.
Joburg catches wind, okay, come and perform.
So part of the deal was you come and you only perform in Durban at World Jam. So that means that if you live in Johannesburg, Cape Town, Bloemfontein, Pretoria, Springbok, Nelspruit, Pofadder.
Yeah, you have to come.
Get in your car, get on a plane, and get to Durban on the 6th and 7th of December. But we're going to give you one more exclusive on East Coast Radio, and you're going to hear it for the first time here. So Sunday night, we have secured and landed for the first time ever off a tour, international tour, and they're coming here to perform. It is a high energy, electrifying 4-hour act, broken up into 4 different acts from India called Bolly Boom. The listeners can Google it. They will be here. We can't tell them the artist, but it is going to be absolutely incredible.
Massive.
And they'll only play in Durban. So wherever you are, and it's the fantastic thing about it, these are genuine artists. They're not lip syncing acts. They're proper artists, and they are totally crossover. So whilst it obviously appeals to Indian community from India, it'll cross over young and funky to all demographics and all ages.
So wonderful, guys. Oh my gosh.
It's exciting, eh?
So head to that website once again.
WorldJamDurban.com, and we are announcing this with permission
from
of the agent, and that's the only thing we can release tonight, and the rest of it will follow with a major release in the next few days.
Otherwise, we'll get into trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't want you to get into trouble.
Nah.
I would have loved it, but it's okay.
You would have loved to get us into trouble.
Yes, because it would mean we'd know who's coming.
The most important part is that the whole festival, all the artists that will be performing live.
Okay.
No backtracks. Everyone is performing live.
As it should be.
Yep.
Nick, what is the Facebook page that people can go ahead and like?
The Facebook page.
World Jam Durban.
World Jam Durban.
Durban.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
The Facebook page has already got more than 10,000 likes.
It's amazing.
And it's got more than...
With not one name released.
Yes.
We're proud. 10,000 likes
10,000
and over 1
likes.
million impressions.
Yep.
And you haven't announced a single artist?
No.
Other than this exclusive on East Coast Radio.
Of course. Well, get to the Facebook page, get to the website. This is going to be something outstanding. Nick and Craig, thank you so much for being here. What an exciting interview, and very excited for me because I got the information first along with my listeners. So yeah.
Yep. And hopefully you'll be getting the lineup first.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Thank you for being here. It was such a pleasure, everyone.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.